Hello, welcome. This is Meg from Flow Financial Planning. Welcome to my sort of monthly video. And I am just noticing that my shirt is pretty much exactly the color of the background, so floating head. Today I want to start by asking you a question, which is, do you have this really big thing that you want to do in your life, but that you're scared to do, and so you haven't done it yet? But it's gnawing at you because you really want to do it. And I'm betting a lot of you do, because the reason I ask the question is because so many of my clients come to me because they've got that big thing, right? They want to quit their job and take a sabbatical, or they want to quit their job and start their own business, or change careers, or they want to buy a home, which if you work in the tech industry, you're going to live in a really high cost of living area, so buying a home is a huge investment. And it's just too scary a step to take on their own. What they want from me is permission. They want the words, yes, you can do that. And I might be curious, because my clients are all smart, grown-ups. Why do they need my permission? Why can't they say yes to themselves? And I think the answer is, kind of obvious, which is I'm a financial planning professional, and I've seen this a bunch of times, and I sort of know what numbers to look at in order to reasonably say yes, right? So what are some of the things I would look at? If you're about to quit your job to take a sabbatical, easiest thing to look at is cash. How much cash do you have? Do you have enough cash to cover your living expenses for however long you want your sabbatical to be? And maybe a little extra, because maybe the re-entry into the working world isn't going to go as smoothly as you hope it will. If you are going to quit your job to start your own business or to take a sabbatical, what are you doing about health insurance? Are you going to, sign up for COBRA and continue your old job's insurance? Are you going to get a policy off the Affordable Care Act marketplace? If you're starting your own, if you have no income, are you going to use Medicaid? I know when I started my firm and our household income went to zero, we were on Medicaid for a year and a half or two. It was actually awesome. In the state of Washington, I'm a huge fan of Medicaid. If you want to buy an expensive home, do you have the cash flow? Or would the expense of the monthly payment actually be really risky for you? And these are all the things, what we're looking at here fundamentally is, what risk are you taking on? Any huge change is going to have some amount of risk, right? That's sort of unavoidable if you want to do anything big and important in your life. But is it a reasonable amount of risk, or is it kind of a stupid amount of risk, an inappropriate amount of risk for your situation? And by running through certain numbers, like what I just detailed, we can really get, a more accurate view of how much risk are you taking on? What are your backup plans in case this doesn't work out? Do you have that resilience built into sort of your personal and your financial lives? And again, another thing I'd look at is, what stage of life are you in? Are you a single or at least childless 30-year-old? I mean, that alone tells me go ahead and do it, right? I mean, you've got decades to perfect your financial situation. Go ahead and live life now. Don't put off these huge dreams. Again, you want to make sure not to make stupidly risky decisions, but you do need to make risky decisions, because that's the only way to do big things that are going to be really meaningful to you. So I hope this has given you something to chew on. And if you do have that dream of doing something really big that's just too scary to take the step on your own, reach out to me. I love saying yes to people. Now, to be fair, sometimes I say no to my clients, and I get one of two responses. One is, why, Meg, thank you for your thoughtful analysis, and I will take you at your word. I will not do that. I see that as too risky. And occasionally I get a client saying, gee, Meg, thank you for your thoughtful analysis, and I'm going to do it anyways because I really want to. At which point, my job shifts from being the yes-no person to, well, how can we best do this then? You're going to do it anyways. Let's do it in the best way possible. But in any case, my job is, to a large degree, to enable you to live those gigantic dreams, no matter how scary they are. And just making sure that we have all the safety systems built in that we reasonably can in order to enable you to pursue those dreams in the most effective way possible. So if you do have those dreams, you want someone to say yes to, if it's actually a yesable dream, then reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. So again, thanks for tuning in. This is Meg from Flow Financial Planning, and see you next month.